Some of the young friends are wrong, bright smile, birds are being. Live my life feel like a bird in a day and a
yeah, man, I'm smart. You don't know when I'm listening to the radio. You know, tuning onto the internet. Got to keep my radio locked. On my internet lock, whether it's on the telephone, whether it's on the iPhone. Berries of strawberry. It's locked to the body station. Freshradiovybz. See? Keep it locked.
I'm on my bending knees, asking God for me to
Freshradiovybz and NSMGTNT in association with the State of African Diaspora. So presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Lovely, International Business Development Officer, and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insiders about Lumi matters each Wednesday at 3 to 7 p.m. Only on Freshradiovybz. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi matters. Lumi.
Cause I made it. Cause I made it. Pack my things up and I moved out the basement. Since I made it. Since I made it. Simply bang, yeah. Told my fam pack their bags, we're going place. Pressure make diamonds. Something compared to Iman. No man is an island. My island, my get my style from tell them I've been working hard, yeah. Give bad mind my best regard, yeah. Give bad mind my best regards, man. You hear them as Susan talking. More time when we play the guitar, and it always strikes a chord when I have to stop and call the boss, man. Tell them that they need to find a replacement. Cause I made it. Yes, I made it. Tell my friends and I moved out the basement.
Happy Kwanzaa to my brethren and sisters. Yes, sir. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Kara man, watch your up, Budina, Kara people, watch your up, alright? One of the beautiful Janet is gonna join us today.
Clear skies in the forecast. Yeah. Step out of the poor class. Look how long my tour lasts. And they still like, you know, them open up the door fast. Bad mind watching when the Porsche pass. Yeah. So we gonna lead. Everything green like banana leaf. Tell the boss man, so we gonna leave. Tell them that they need to find a replacement.
Love and share, love and share. Like and care. We're gonna be here for the next hour. Sounds of the one and only Skip Marley, aka Joe. Yeah. Yes. Tonight is all about the Lumi matters. We're gonna talk more about the subject. And it's very crucial that we talk about the Lumi at this time.
Feelings if you hear my music and you never did the feel it. Sign and receive it.
For everybody that's on the outside, you can give us a love and share on the YouTube, the Twitter.
Call up the job, tell the boss that I'm leaving. Tell them that they need to find a replacement. Cause I made it. Cause I made it. Tell my friends and I moved out the basement. Since I made it, yes, I made it. Told my fam back there, going place.
4 minutes after the hour. Happy New Year to everyone out there celebrating a new year. For those who are celebrating Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Since I made it,
yeah, we love it, we love it. we are situated globally. The only radio station with a program, the Lumi Matters. You can search Planet Earth. You will not find another. And talking about another, how was your winter? How was your Christmas holiday? I know a lot of people, they take time out and they share with their families and their friends. Yes, they share. And I know that I'm going to check in with Janet in a bit, just to let you say big up to the Canadian Massive, who have maintained their Lumi status, and also to the UK Massive, who have maintained their Lumi status. Big things is going to be popping. Big thing, as you are well aware, last week I played something when it comes on, because I don't think that I did got through to Janet and Ray, but we played something pertaining to this rollout that is being taken place as countries across the globe. Yes, countries across the globe, they are getting into full swing with the new digital currency that is going to be issued. I must remind people that we may have some large amount of digital funds that is going to be put in your account. You could, don't quote me on it, I'm just saying that there's a lot of new ventures that are coming, and it's only right that we get you up to that par. Big things popping. We also our phone lines. I think we're trying to get our host for tonight, Janet Lumley. She is a international business developer, and she is well sass when it comes on to the Lumi, and you will get more information. The engineer is telling us that she is inside our airwave. Hold on, we're not getting it, still ringing out a bit. But let me get into what the meat of the matter is with the CB central, what they call it, the central bank digital currency, CBDC, I think. Yes, just to bring you up to scratch, you may be scratching it and asking what is the central digital currency that I'm talking about. Janet, I think Janet is here. Grand Rising, Janet, how are you doing?
Grand Rising, Elton, how are you?
Grand Rising. We're here again. 2023, and we're gone, how many days? 4 days into the year already. Janet, Happy New Year, and welcome to the Lumi Matters, your home away from home. Talk to me.
Yes, Happy New Year to each and everyone out there. Hopefully this year will be a much better year for us, regardless of what's happening. We can focus on that. So my name is Jeanette Lumley, the representative for the Lumi. Mm-hmm. And thank you for tuning into the Lumi Matter Show.
Yes.
So as it relates to the Lumi, we have about 270 days remaining. So in 2020, when we started, it's like, oh my God, 3 years is so far away. And now it's a matter of counting down the days. Mm-hmm. So we have 270 days remaining, which means we're looking at about September 30th for the final free stimulus. After that, we don't know where it may lead us. We don't know what's going to happen. But from what I understand is that we have to, if we need to get a Lumi, we have to purchase it. Right now, the stimulus, we get 626 on the 28th of each month. The value for one Lumi is $15.96 US. Mm-hmm. It's been like that from the get-go. It was rolled out September 1st, 2020. Mm. And now we're coming down to the final of it. So over the next weeks, days, myself and, the team we'll be encouraging everyone, please, please, please sign up. There are different ways that you can go to sign up. I was just on the Swiffin platform. If you go to Google and you type in Swiffin, you see everything comes on there. The membership sign up. So there's so many easy way of accessing. However, you can go to eco6.com, which is eco-6.com to register. You can also go to the Swiffin platform itself and also do your registration there, or you can contact me personally, 647-760-9294. I was designated to be a part of the registration team, fully trained on it. So if you're having difficulty, please, 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 now they're pushing it that every day there's a session happening for persons who have questions, who want to sign up. You know, the team goes through the entire process with you to ensure that the delivery is done. So when September comes, we're moving to another level. We can't say what that will be right now as I'm sitting here, but there's something in the making. All right, so again, we're pushing. Please, please, please get your Lumi. Sign up.
We've just closed out 2022 and we're in 2023. Anything in particular about 2022 that you want to touch on to make to reassure them that we are making progress? And what are some of the challenges and some of the benefits from 2022?
Well, from 2022, it's not just 2022. We go back to 21. We've been faced with a lot of challenges in terms of getting the platform to that level where it should be. And for some time there, a lot of people were cursing and saying, you know, it's not happening because we cannot access the platform. Mm-hmm. But it's much more interactive, you know. So the challenges were really to get to sign up. Some people were on hold for months, including myself, and who been there from the get-go. They see the challenges that we faced at the time to sign up. Mm-hmm. Now, up until the end of 22, it's improved, but they're still working on it to make it happen. But what I can say, I see progress in terms of moving forward with the platform. Mm-hmm. It's like a one-stop shop. So there are 3 communities under that one platform. You have to register for the Lumi, to sign up and register. You have the Swiffin community, which is another community on its own. It's going to take hours to explain that community. And also we have the Transact platform as well, which is where all the transactions are done as it relates to if we wanna, I'm gonna use the word bartering. Right? I don't wanna use trade because it sounds like it stocks.
Yes.
You know, when you talk about things, so I'm gonna use bartering because that's why the platform was developed for persons of African descent. And I must go back a little bit. The Lumi was printed in Canada. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm proud of that because I'm in Canada. So the Lumi was printed here, and the mastermind behind that currency is a gentleman by the name of Timothy McPherson, which, because of what he has been doing, he's now Smacko. He's a chief on the continent. All right, so we're moving in the Maroon community. This is also a currency for Maroon people. Right, so these are some of the things that we're pushing towards to ensure that the Lumi will be that currency for us in the diaspora and also for person on the continent. I think it was in November or October, one supermarket in Africa started to trade full Lumi. All right, so we're open. We can also have that privilege wherever we are, and that's the objective. That it doesn't matter where we are in the world.
Yes.
We will be able to use that currency.
All right, hold that thought, people. We're heading into our first commercial break for the program. We do have on the line international, business developer Janet Lum. She's here. This is our first program right back out of the break that we had for Christmas. We're going to touch on some crucial points. I'm trying to get Dr. Bob on the line with us. I'm also trying to get Raymond on the line and to see if we can get into it. And when I return, I will be asking Janet seriously about this central bank digital currency, the CBDC. And in case you may not be familiar with that, you may want to keep it locked right here. Get something to sip on, because we'll be right back with the Lumi Matters.
Fresh Radio Vibes and NSMGTNT in association with the State of African Diaspora, SOAD, presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Lovely, International Business Development Officer and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insiders about Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Only on Freshradiovybz. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi Matters. Lumi Matters.
The all-new Big Apple Hotel Jamaica is an excellent choice for locals, tourists, or business travelers visiting Montego Bay. Air-conditioned rooms, free Wi-Fi, a pool, and secured parking for guests has made the all-new Big Apple Hotel Jamaica a popular choice. So enjoy your stay in Montego Bay at the Big Apple. It's 952-7240. Book now. That's 876-952-7240 under new management.
Thank you so much for joining us. While the Federal Reserve has made no decision on whether to pursue or implement a central bank digital currency, it's also called the CBDC. We have been. They said that they've been exploring the potential benefit and risk of the CBDC from various angles. Janet is still here with us. Janet, people or listeners talking about Lumi Matters, and they be like, Lord, here we go with another plan, another way. They don't understand it. I just read something about the central bank digital currency that is being rolled out on the 15th inside the UK. We're sure about that. The federal over here in the United States is saying that they may pursue that route. Bring me up to scratch, Janet. Where are we with that? What is your understanding of that? And is it a good thing or is it a detrimental thing to our money spending ability?
Well, from my understanding, what I've heard is that it would not be a good direction for us because it's going to be restricting us, with the way we're currently living. Mm-hmm. In terms of example, what they're saying, if you want, you'll be only be able to purchase one item maybe per month. I don't know for the year. I'm not sure how they're going to be doing it. Or you're controlled, you're limited.
Hold on, Janet. I think we're joined by Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob, are you in a safe place or you're multitasking? Sorry about that.
Welcome,
yes,
Dr.
I won't
Bob.
be able to join.
Okay.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
I'm on a serious conference call here, so
okay.
You can continue. And after my call, I will join you again. Okay?
All right, please.
All right,
please,
no problem.
Please do. That is Dr. Bob. I was hoping you would join us now. But Janet, continue with your explanation about the Lumi that he was giving.
Yes. So based on how they want to implement to control in terms of our spending ability, I believe the Lumi would take us away from that, because having the Lumi, there's no control. We would have the ability to trade amongst each other. Doesn't matter if it's a home-based business or whatever business you have. If you're selling from cakes to whether bulla, whatever you're making your where you are, the Lumi will be able to be that currency that we can use to trade amongst each other. I understand that there's some physical money for the Lumi, which means it would be great if we could get those the dollars. It's not dollar, the Lumi currency. If we could get it in paper so we can use it amongst each other instead of digital. So I'm supporting, this is why I've been on the journey since 2020. I'm supporting the Lumi because I really want to see African people rise. I want to see where, especially this year, I believe it's for wealth, right? Giving us that opportunity to build wealth, to create wealth, and we can do it through the Lumi.
Yes.
Right? So again, I do see the Lumi as for persons of African descent. It's that medium for us to say we have something to call our own. I mean, others have attempted to do it, and
Hold
it
on,
didn't
Willie.
happen.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Others have tried, and it didn't work. Right?
Yes.
So it's now 2 years.
Yes.
Heading into 3 years. So it's a blessing that we still earning, and it's people like myself and many others who's been working to ensure that it happens.
All right, hold that thought. Willie, I find it interesting. I wanted to call you and see. Do you have a minute to spare? I did send a list out to several people that we will be having the Lumi Matters tonight, and I want to get some expert advice as much as we can. It's a bright happy new year, by the way, Willie, and I hope you get long life and health and strength for 2023. You have been listening about the Lumi from 2022. You have been up close and personal with Janet as far as picking her mind to see where the benefits are and maybe where the downfall may stand. We're on a platform where the central bank digital currency is being rolled out. What are some of the concerns that you come to the table, Willie?
The concern about the Lumi?
Yes, and the way it's
Who is that on the line? Is that Janet?
Yes, it is Janet. Yes, it is.
Yes, Willie. Good evening. Happy New Year.
Who is that on the line?
Janet is on the line with us.
It's Janet.
Are you hearing us?
Oh. Hi, Janet. How are you doing?
I'm good.
The line bad, man. It's in and out.
I don't know. I think the bug. Anyway, we're if
you hearing me?
Yeah, you want to come out of the conversation and come. I'm hearing you loud and clear. You're not hearing us. Come out and come back in, Willie. I think you'll have to. You can work with different channels also. As you know,
I don't know why it's chipping out. You chipping in and out.
I don't know. We have a lot of energy going on right now. Let me see. Someone is also. Let me see what to talk on our panel. Do you have to have your ID to sign up for Lumi? Janet, a question is coming. Do you have to have your ID to sign up for Lumis? I don't think.
Yes, we do. In the initial stage, yes, we did. We the ID was required, but now on the community platform, it is not required. But on some parts of it,
yes,
ID is gonna require, especially if you're gonna do the trading and stuff like that.
Continue, Willie. Willie, you are hearing us good and clear now? If not, Willie, hang up and call us back in the said chat. You can hang up and call us back. We're having some technical, we're having a bit of technical challenge with Willie, and we're asking him to hang up and call us back, and oh Lord, hang up and call us back, Willie, and we will continue with the reasoning. If you're just joining us, it is Lumi Matters, people. And it's every single Wednesday. Janet is on the line. I think the question was geared at can we get signed up with the Maroon ID? Because I'm a big up Fabian. Happy New Year, Fabian. And that was the question that he was asking, Janet, if they don't have the Maroon ID,
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
It's acceptable. Yeah, it's
okay. People, the central bank digital currency, as I've read a while ago, including through technological research and experimentation, they say that the federal government or a key focus is on whether and how a central bank digital currency could improve on an already safe and efficient U.S. domestic payment system. Now, Janet, you can hear that concern in their voice about the safe and protective financial system. We know that the dollar is dead. It has been dead for quite a while, and that is why they are moving into the digital era.
Digital world, yes.
Yes, and this digital era, people, they will be dumping a lot of money in your account. But Janet, how cynical is this? Because you wake up tomorrow morning and see 10 million in your account, you're not going to refuse it, are you?
No, I'm not. But it's gonna be controlled, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be controlled how we spend it, what we can spend it on, and stuff like that. As persons of African descent, we like to shop till you drop, right? We like sometimes that lavish lifestyle, buying the finest things in life and stuff like that. And if you're limited to make purchases like that, I'm going to see a lot of people, I'm going to see a lot of mental illness. I'm going to see a lot of depression. There are more going to be happening. It's going to be more bad than good based on what I'm seeing with how they want to roll it out for us. But with the Lumi, there won't be no control like that. If you have your Lumi in your account, there's no limit on what you spend. And look at it this way, too, with the Lumi, right? One Lumi values $15.96, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're making a purchase of a loaf of bread or something like that, it's cost less than a Lumi, right?
Yes.
If you think about it. But when we go to the store now and we make a purchase, a loaf of bread now is about $4, depending on where you are. But for us here in Canada, Toronto, it's about $4 for a loaf of bread. With the Lumi, we can pay less than maybe point something, because with the Lumi, it takes you to the closest point. If anybody knows math, where you said if you deal with decimal and all of that, the Lumi takes you there. So you're the way how it's set up or it's created that it takes you to the last point.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So and we won't have that physical money to say spend, but through the way how it's created, we can take it anywhere, and it's just through a banking system too. You don't have a card or anything to walk around with. Once you set up your account, you assign an account number. That is the number you're gonna use to do every transaction possible. Whether it's $1 you're spending to $1 million, it depends on what you have in your account.
Mm-hmm.
You have the ability to trade like that with the Lumi, and that's why I do believe in it. But it won't happen if all of us don't try to get on board. If we refuse not to sign up, then it's going to be difficult for us to trade because we need the resources and we need the manpower. We need people to register to sign up. If you have a hairdressing shop or if you bake at home, whatever the service that you have, bring it on the platform. There's a marketplace, right, that you can put your products on, you can sell it. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, it can happen, right? So again, I don't know. We've been pushing this, and that's why this platform, Lumi Matters on Fresh Radio Vibes, was created for us to roll it out more, to push it out more, so that persons can understand the value where we're heading with this. Today, actually, I saw an article in the Jamaica Observer, and what it says, the presidents for the IMF is saying that EU, which is Europe, China, and the United States already declared that we're gonna be going in a recession. Think about it, right? They already stated we're going into a recession.
But I want we have a small commercial break. Big up to yourself, Michelle. She's just joined us from Florida. What we have to bear in mind, or that this is a global initiative. It says here, as countries across the globe are ready to roll out the central bank of digital currency, the move seemed to have found its naysayers in the Independent Trade Association. I want to stress on this, that people, when they launched this central bank digital currency, it will come with a lot of fanfare. It is all about make this very, and the only way they can make it popular is to have you use it. I just asked Janet a while ago if she's willing to accept the $10 million. I played something last week that show you that although you will be getting that $10 million, there's going to be a lot of stipulations on it. I'm going to get this commercial break, and then I'll be opening up the phone lines. You can text your question in about the Lumi, how to get yourself signed up. You can also get acquainted with the Swiffin website. I hope Dr. Bob join us before the closing of the show. But let me get another commercial in, because it's approximately 32 minutes after the hour.
Fresh that's live each Tuesday. The award-winning community show, The Maroon Agenda. Hear about your sovereignty, independence, and human rights. Come be a part of your liberation and unite. The Maroon Agenda. Each Tuesday at 6 p.m. sharp, live on Fresh Radio Vibz with your host, the minister of the Atlantic Islands. Rise up, you mighty people, and listen to the Maroon Agenda.
Stop the fussing and the fighting, brother. Now's the time for uniting.
Fresh Radio Vibz and NSMGTNT in association with the State of African Diaspora, SWORD, presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Lovely, International Business Development Officer and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insiders about Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Only on Fresh Radio Vibz. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi Matters. Lumi
and catering services. Niamey's fresh Jamaican food. Monday, curry chicken, stewed chicken. Tuesday, stewed chicken, curry shrimp. Wednesday, stewed chicken, curry chicken, stewed peas. Niamey's restaurant and catering services. Niamey's fresh Jamaican food. Thursday, curry chicken, stewed chicken, roti wrap, oxtail and beans. Friday, curry chicken, stewed chicken, fish festivals, Jamaican jerk chicken. Sides, rice, peas, cabbage, plantains, banana fritters, banana bread, festivals, Jamaican bread. Niamey's restaurant and catering services. Niamey's fresh Jamaican food. Drinks, lemonade, smoothies, desserts, slices of cake include strawberry and vanilla. Please note any meals that is not on our daily menu must be pre-ordered 24 hours in advance. Niamey's restaurant and catering services. Niamey's fresh Jamaican food. We also cater for weddings, birthday and special occasions. Call or text 260-209-8730 or 404-901-7060. It's 404-901-7060. Niamey's restaurant and catering services. Niamey's fresh Jamaican food. Fort Wayne area free delivery. Surrounding areas delivery free. Orders after 6 p.m. Family bundles $40 minimum. Niamey's restaurant and catering services. Niamey's fresh Jamaican food. Keep it locked to Freshradiovybz. Freshradiovybz. Always Caribbean.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to the last half an hour of the pro. Janet Lumley, she is here with us on behalf of the Lumi Matters. And we were letting you know that as the World Economic Forum members have stated that you will own nothing and still be happy. With this digital currency, Janet, I think that is exactly what they're saying, that $1 million is in your account, but the stipulation as to how you can spend it will be very severe. Let me stop that commercial for a minute. That concern, Janet, why should they choose the Lumi? Is the Lumi going to be under these restrictions where you have $1 million Lumi, but you can't buy ice cream because they have it
Absolutely
down? Oh, talk
not.
to me.
Absolutely not. As I was listening to the commercial, just now about curry chicken and and rice and peas and all that stuff. I'm thinking the Lumi. No, I'm not sure what the cost is for that meal, wherever it's thing. But guess what? Maybe one of your Lumi can buy that food. Imagine one Lumi could probably purchase that food. And I'm understanding that when September kicks in, it means that you're going to be paying to get a Lumi. So from October of 2020, it's been rolling out for free. And it was 6 trillion value US dollars that was put on the table for all of us of African descent. Now people ask, 6 trillion US, where do they get all this money? But guess what? Africa is run by kingdoms. And all of these kingdoms have solar energy, they have gold, and they all came together. And okay, let's give something based on our ancestors as well. They decide, okay, this is a gift we're giving back to our people, whether you're on the continent or outside of the continent, which we are. So many of us here are outside of the continent. We still have that opportunity to be on the continent. Right now, we can become citizens of any one of those countries in Africa. Their land there, and it's all through the name of that currency. So it's not just about the currency. It also has other components as well. There's a university that was created as a result of this Lumi. The first year is free. So 1 year already passed. I'm not sure what's happening now in the second year. Marcus Garvey, there's the Pan-African, there's an institute for him that was created because of this movement that we're on in Africa. And Dr. Julius Garvey, is also is the head of that. So we're moving like crazy. I'm not just a Lumi representative. I'm also part of the SOAD, State of African Diaspora. And yes, some of us on this call may think state, because we know what that means, right? State, for those of us, it means that the corporation or whatever. So the State of African Diaspora, that's the name of the government. But things can change, you know what I mean? Things can change. But it's just a language that everybody needs to understand on or off the continent. So the government that was created is a borderless government, and it gives us the opportunity to just go into any country globally. So I'm in Canada. I'm an ambassador here representing the Lumi, and there are persons around the globe who are also ambassador to roll out these things. So yes, it may sound very attractive that they're giving us $10 million in our account under the digital currency that they're putting in place. But you think about being controlled, and it's gonna come with certain stipulation as well, whether you're and for unvaccinated people and stuff like that, there will be restrictions, stipulation, and stuff like that. The Lumi doesn't allow that. The Lumi gives you that opportunity to be a free man, which leads up to our sovereignty. Okay? So it gives you.
I was just you're telling us about some of the lucrative ways the Lumi will be giving you that liberation. But
Yes.
what are some of the ways and means that you're getting this message across? I know that Lumi matters here on Freshradiovybz, but I do see where you are going out into communities via Zoom and so forth.
Yes, yes. So
how do you do it, and how is that going?
you know what? It's going very well. So I also have a platform for Lumi. I call it Lumi Wednesdays, where people can come and sign up for the Lumi. I'm giving opportunity. I'm on a Friday night session with Willie, who was just on, where I'm giving an opportunity to, again, try to encourage persons to sign up. And, whatever information I can share, I will share there. I also have another network that I'm on, that I go on another podcast every Thursday. I also have my own show that I do, Revolution Talk Show. So I'm trying to push it out the best way possible. That I think they're gonna soon call me Miss Lumi. And my last name is Lumley, right?
Yeah, talking about that, Willie, can you hear us loud now? We've just sprayed at least 3 bottles of bacons, and I think some of the insect may get out of line, and there's a lot of insect going in the Willie, are you there? Seem as if the bugs are still in the line as we speak, Janet. We're speaking with Janet Lumley. I was trying to get Willie. You've just mentioned a while ago that some of the Canadian groups have been giving you a listening ear. It is very crucial, people. You may be thinking that, this is not important, but let me just read something to you. It says that the CBDC is generally defined as a digital liability of a central bank. A central bank that is widely available to the general public. Today in the United States, Federal Reserve notes, example, physical currency, are the only type of central bank money available to the general public. Like existing forms of money, a CBDC would enable the general public to make digital payments as a liability of the Federal Reserve. However, a CBDC would be the safest digital asset available to the general public, with no associated creditors or liquidity risk. Willie, are you there, Willie? Because I think you've heard me read that. What do you comprehend from that, Willie?
It's funny, when I put you on 2.4G,
Yes.
they hear you better than the 5G.
Thank you. Yes, I am a 343. But
So,
did you hear what I read a while ago about the central bank digital currency?
No, it was cracking up. So you have to clear right now. You can go back over.
I was saying that the central bank digital currency, which is rolling out in the UK and here in the United States Corporation. They say that they may pursue or implement the central bank digital currency. I've just read a while ago that it is generally defined as a digital liability of a central bank that is widely available to the general public. Are you comfortable with the central bank digital currency that is coming on board right now, Willie?
Interesting that you mentioned that. I've been hearing a lot of that. Said, but I went to the bank today at RDC and I said it to the teller. So when are we gonna see our new digital currency?
Mm-hmm.
She said she don't know of that, and they think that it's anytime soon. And yeah, she was just basically saying she don't see that happening. That's not being discussed in her circles because they would know about it. So,
when it's actually on the it's on their banking website. If you should go there, because if the central bank is thinking about it, that means the affiliated banks are also giving notice about it too.
But if I must say, Jamaica rolled out a digital currency last May.
Mighty God.
Yes.
Continue, Willie.
Well, the thing about it, I think it's inevitable in spite of the controversial and the contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable because the US dollar is done. China, Russia is basically over and done with this currency. Saudi Arabia, they are a producing country, is over and done with it. So as there's an explosion in the gold market. Today I was looking at the market. 2 weeks ago, I told the people in my group in TL that they should buy gold instead of having their money just sitting in the bank not earning anything. And it was about 16 something at the time. Now it's 18, going 19. So when you see that happening, then yeah, I think something is happening there. However, my idea, my take on digital currency is that we have to see how best we can survive without money. Because if you're going to be dependent on money, it's going to be a problem in the future, especially if you depend on money to stay alive. And so our people need to get back to the land. I keep saying it. I'm like a
but I don't want it to stray, because that is why we have the Lumi matter, people. Because straying away, not using a barter system is not feasible. We have to. I'm gonna have some yam. Willie's gonna have some banana. And if it's even where we're going to trade the banana for the yam, there have to be a value system on place. And I think that is why we're so strong-handed on holding our Lumi in our hands. As we've seen with the central bank digital currency, there's certain regulations and strict measurements that are going to put in place. I've explained to Janet a while ago, Willie, that you will have $1 million in your account, but if they say that you can't buy a house outside of a certain zone, that million don't worth nothing. And I think we have to bear in mind that there's good and bad in everything that they're presenting, and we have to be independent. The Lumi is presenting some form of independence because those rules and regulation at this time is not being put on the Lumi, but the central bank is implementing some restrictions that are going to come with the CBDC.
Yes, but I don't think I was straying from the point when I'm saying to us, while we need a medium of exchange, yes, to do trading, but in the meantime, until that gets traction with everybody on board and so on, and we agree on acceptance and value and all of that. In the meantime, we have to understand that we need to prepare ourselves how we're going to survive without money. Because what if the Lumi takes a while to get that traction? We're still gonna need to eat and drink. So so all I'm saying is, in the meantime, we need alternative. The Lumi, yes, but as well as we need to get back to the land and begin to learn how to feed ourselves and our family. If you can't know how to catch water in our drum and purify it, if you can't know how to feed yourself off the land and brew whatever you can, then all this stuff is just it's not going to get us anywhere. We have to get back to the land.
Yeah.
And the Lumi now, where we when we, if the community accepts for value that look, my Lumi value X amount, and I'm willing to exchange some product for the Lumi and vice versa. Just in other words, we're investing our own money.
Okay. Janet, you wanted to, we have to go to commercial break, but you want to put in something before we go?
Yes, based on what Willie is saying, so in Jamaica, they're giving with the Lumi you can get fertilizers, right, for your agriculture products and stuff like that. So I would agree with him to that extent that the Lumi can be used as a means at the moment to get certain products into farming.
Yes.
The last thing we want to do, however, though, if you're going to introduce, I have to go to
commercial break. I have to go to commercial break. People, as this information beef up, please go to our Swiffin platform. And when I return, Janet is going to tell you exactly how we can do it. And of course, Willie, he's a financial guru. He does have some good information out there. We're talking about the Lumi matters, people. Before I go to commercial, let me just remind you that the Federal Reserve Board has issued a discussion paper that examines the pros and the cons of a potential US CBDC. As part of this process, they have sought public feedback on a range related to the CBDC, and the Federal Reserve is committing to hearing a wide range of voices on this topic. It is Lumi Matters, people, and I'm going to continue with the energy for the next 10 minutes when I return. Let me get a word from our sponsors, and I'll be right back.
Freshradiovybz and NSMGTNT in association with the State of African Diaspora, SWORD, presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Love, the National Business Development Officer and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insiders about Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Only on Freshradiovybz. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi Matters. Lumi Matters.
Wow, Lumi Matters. It's amazing how time fly. I think we still have our panel here tonight. We have the likes of Willie. Willie, before I rudely interrupt you, I don't know if you still have the said mind frame before commercial, but you were trying to interject a point.
I forget my train of thought now.
You were talking about how resilient will we have to be to exist outside of the corporate central bank digital currency and survive on our own. I think it was that portfolio we're on.
Yeah, move on to the next person because I forget my train of thought.
My apology. Janet, we were talking about the platforms that you're available to get interaction on. You wanted to mention these platforms to the Swiffin and how the numbers and so forth can
Yes, so welcome everyone. Thank you for joining the Lumi Matters show. We broadcast every Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7. Yes, so now I can be connected to on WhatsApp 647-760-9294. I can also be connected on the Swiffin platform as well. So if you connect with me on WhatsApp, I'll be able to get back to you and go through a process of registration and explanation and all that wonderful stuff about the Lumi. But you can also do it yourself. You can go to swiffin.connect.com or Eco6, which is eco-6.com to do your registration. And guys, we have a 270 days remaining for us to get the free stimulus. We get 6.26 every month, and it's been happening since October 2020 till to date. So if you've been on the journey till now, you should have close to over $2,000 US value in your account. That's what you should be having. Yeah. However, if you're just joining, they don't retro. So wherever you start, that's where it will continue. So if you're signed up this month, you're gonna get it starting the 28th of January, then the 28th of February. So whichever month you start, that's when you'll be getting the Lumi. And yes, there are various platforms that I'm on where we'll be rolling it out continuously because we need to get it out there. We need to know. We have over 2 million people so far that's already joined us. And we haven't touched Brazil yet because Brazil, from what I understand, have the largest persons of African descent as it relates to a black nation or person of color nation. We haven't touched Brazil as yet. All right, so let's move it. We'll just keep moving on to promote it, to get it established. I'm hoping that I can see before we close off in September that we can actually start doing some serious bartering. Doesn't matter where in the world we are, we can trade. That is my objective, that I want to see that happening.
I think you're on good point. While we have Janet here, Willie, any question you want to throw in her direction?
I was gonna ask the question just for maybe it was discussed already, but and I know that it's just prudent to ask certain questions. What's the government that's backing this Lumi?
Janet? I think the last time she was mentioning is that she's asking which one of the government is actually backing the currency of the Lumi.
African, it should be the AU. It's at the African Central Bank, right? That, as far as we know, I didn't hear any changes happen at so far. So as far as I know, it's out of Africa. And again, with the kings and the kingdoms on board, it's when was it? I think it was in September of last year. Jamaica, with many persons, came together and formed a union. It's called the United Kingdom of Jamaica, something like that, which is gonna give it. And now they're connected to the not a compound, but Maroon Town in Portland, right? This is where they're pushing it to push it that the objective is for us to go sovereign. So that's what Chief Samako and many others are working on. There's a committee that they've formed and all of that. There's a website for it. What I can do the next time we meet,
it's called the Eco6, Willie, and it states nations, territories, and realms of the African diaspora.
Exactly.
You can go on it, and it is backed by Eco6, and as we said, this Eco6 is very, very important. When you go on the website, you can check out the Jamaica reparation registration. You can check out the membership states as to which one of these states are actually putting their gold money behind the Lumis. Of course, the House of Kings is also on board. The banks that are willing to accept our Lumi is also on it, and the Lumi currency. Next week, I will be chiseling into some of these things, and it's very good when we have Willie asking these questions. We only have a minute leave before we get into it, but the Eco 6 is very, very important, people. The reason why a lot of people are skeptical about Lumi is because I think they haven't get the opportunity to get some in their hands. Next broadcast, hopefully, I will be showing you some Lumi in my hands, because it is very important that we show that this is a tangible currency, not only a digital one. Willie, your question was answered. Are you satisfied? Are you going to check out the Eco 6 website?
I wanted to ask. So it is sanctioned. I shouldn't say backed by. It is sanctioned by the African government. African government, the central banks. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, definitely.
And that's the entire continent of Africa, or it's just parts of Africa?
The entire the continent. It's in 100 and something countries. And if you check out the Eco 6, all those information is on that website, right?
And what is it backed by? Silver, gold, any precious metal?
It's backed by solar energy and gold.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah. We have to cut it there. Before I go though, Janet, any information you want to repeat before I go? Willie, anything you want to reiterate before I go?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Janet.
No, you go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, Willie.
Now, have you all sorted out the website fully now? Because I was frustrated twice going on it, giving my input in my information, and then it took my information, and then I don't know what next happened.
Willie, on that note, we can connect, yes, and I can assist you,
yes,
to move forward.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I will connect with you to move forward with that.
And for
right,
so if you have some time, I can connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I
think.
So from
Janet, your closing word.
Yeah. So from me, people, I just want to say Happy New Year again. I hope this new year may bring prosperity for each and every one of us, and obviously wealth. But if we don't come together, we're not gonna get that wealth. So we need to work together, and the Lumi is one of those ways we can do it.
I have a quick question before you close off,
yes,
if you don't mind, right?
Please do.
And it's a burning question. Would you suggest us tying this money to our straw man or our living man?
Well, it's that's a trick.
No, there's no trick about that. The Lumi is tangible. As I said, next week I will be having the currency in my hand. When you go on the Eco 6 website, eco6.com, people, you will see where one Lumi is worth almost $17. Now, as of September, we're in 270 days countdown where these money is going to be available for trading. 42 countries out of the 59, I think, on the continent have signed on to it. They boost over 120,000 people that is signed up officially for the Lumi. So it is something that can tangibly tie into your documents referred to as the straw man to get your money. And I think, as I said, when you go on the website, there's also talk of reparation. But my people, next week we will continue, because I must caution our people that coming in the near future, the central bank digital currency, it is going to look so appealing, because you're going to wake up in the morning and hear that you have $10 million in your account, but you'll be happy with having $10 million, but you can't spend it. Thank you so much, Willie. Thank you so much, Janet. And next week, Wednesday again, we will be driving the nail in more into Lumi matters. My guest was very, 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 very nice tonight. And this is where we're going to cut it. Let me just big up our sponsors again and join us 6 until 7 each Wednesday when we talk about Lumi Matters. Next week, not only am I going to have the beautiful Janet Lumley on, but I'm hoping to get some of these corporate bankers to come on and give us a few intake as more as it pertains to the central bank digital currency, CBDC. It's no longer just a thought, it's action.
Fresh Radio Vibe. Association with the State of African Diaspora, SOAD, presents Lumi Matters each Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hosted by Janet Lumley, International Business Development Officer and a representative for the Lumi via Canada. Learn how the Lumi matters in business, barter exchange, travel investment, saving accountability. Listen to the insights about Lumi Matters each day at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Only on Freshradiovybz. Listen now and stay connected. Lumi Matters. Lumi Matters.
RB Alex, the youth, we are us.